Hello. Hello. How we doing? What's up? Tell me what's up. Summer Catch with Jessica Biel get silver. It's interesting that you mentioned Jessica Biel as the enduring part of that movie. Hi, Trevor. What up, Grizzle Bees? What up, dude? Brainlessly. Hello, Nick. 2 months in a row. Look at you, dude. What up, Bill? Bilbo Collins. Hello. How we doing, guys? Welcome in. We're gonna let people filter in, and then we'll just do some catching up. How's everybody doing? How's your weekend? Brett, Jack, hello, Eddie, yo. Best baseball movie, Major League, most realistic, Bull Durham. How would you know? That's pretty good. Okay, so I know I'm gonna explain this like 15 times, but just because I know people are gonna ask what the Olympics are. I just had this idea like as I was falling asleep last night, and I had to wake up and then write it down. So this happens to me a lot, but for fun today, because the Olympics are now over and we're after all the news, and we have nasty pitches and stuff today too. Now, obviously, ask as many questions, guys, and throw your subjects out that you really want to know about the big stuff in baseball. But what we're gonna do is basically I made 7 categories, I made 7 events about elements of movies of the movies, and then I made a list of like 25 of the biggest movies that I liked, and then basically my 8, they're not necessarily my 8 favorites, but my 8 that fit all 7 that could compete pretty well in 7 events, if that makes sense. So like I picked the 8 best countries. I don't think you're going to complain a lot. There's going to be some missing, but we're only going to pick 8 movies to compete because then it would take too long. So what we'll do is we're going to put them head to head in a single elimination bracket in all the different categories. So 7 different brackets. The top 3 get medals, and they get points for the medals, and we'll see which one has the most medals at the end. That makes sense. To crown the best baseball movie based on the 8 that I chose. So it's kind of not objective, but you know what I mean. So like, for example, 42 isn't going to be on there because 42 is like tries to be really historically accurate, right? So it doesn't give you as much, like there's not as much comedy. That makes sense. I like stuck with ones that have comedic relief that I liked when I was a kid, though I really do love 42. It's more like the Bull Durham's, Major League, Sandlot, Little Big League. You'll see. Moneyball's definitely on there. League of Their Own, yes, and then League of Their Own obviously has to be on there. Okay, let me catch up on this stuff. Clutchy, 43 months. Original Bad News Bears was always a favorite. It is original. Like, for example, I love Hardball, but Hardball's not. It's about baseball, but it's not about baseball. You know what I mean? So like The Rookie, it's a good one. I liked it. Dennis Quaid's great, but it was just like there's not as many things to talk about in these movies, right? So Major League though's got everything. You'll see. I think you guys will like it. I think we'll have a good time. Oh, and then what we'll do is when we get to the gold medal match and the bronze medal match, we will do a vote in chat. So basically, we'll just discuss. I'll get like a 1 or a 2 who wins up into that point. Then when we get to the final of that bracket, then we will actually do like a 2-minute vote in the chat, so it's accurate. I don't know how we're gonna do that though. But are there any players you had beef with? Honestly, not really directly. Though it is funny to think about, to have the realization, and I'm sure you guys do this. This is akin to like intrusive thoughts, but same thing with like friends or when you're at school or whatever. You know, there's people somewhere in your orbit that you haven't clocked as not really liking you, but that doesn't like you, right? So I know I have teammates. I've had teammates that are like not a fan of me in the way that I am, which that's fine. And to be honest, I never got it outwardly either. So like, if anything, if you don't like somebody, you know, the least you can do is not just like let them know that you hate them at all times. You know what I mean? Just kind of let them do what they do. So I do appreciate that for those of you that didn't like me, guys out there. But I know now too, especially now that I'm in the media, I know because I know what I would act like, and I know there's guys out there who didn't like me as much as a player or like don't know me. Not the time. It's not the time. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. That's our rave. Sorry, you caught me off balance. I was in the middle of a very serious conversation. But I know that now I'm in the media, guys like, oh, this guy wasn't even good, because that's exactly the way we were. I would have done the same thing, and you know what? I take it. I take that in stride. They're right. So like when I say something and it's not quite, I'm guessing or saying, oh, he's probably doing this and it's not true. I'm doing my best here, but also I'm realizing with the way TV is, you have to oversimplify things, and that's one thing that always bothered me watching media about baseball. And now I'm doing it all the time, and you kind of have to. You have to. What's my opinion on the Duran situation? I don't think there is more than a single opinion you can have on that. What are we doing, man? You can't. Yeah, we're gonna get into that in a minute. Though there's not a lot of detail to know. He just yelled a homophobic slur at a fan. That's all you really need to know, and there's just no time or place to do everything. There's no reason to even have words like that in your vocabulary anymore, which is unfortunate. And it was probably a locker room talk situation. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain places you're not going to get checked. Xbox lobbies. It's the same thing, guys. And it's still terrible, and they shouldn't be doing it. And hopefully, this situation, him being in this situation is enough of a shock to the system to, like, truly make a change. Right? Because it's very clearly, like, he meant it as a mean thing to say, so he knows. Right? So I hope it's a growth moment. Is there no freedom of speech in the MLB? That's not freedom of speech, dummy. Dumb. Let's stop saying. People need to stop using the term freedom of speech. I think we should just retire it, because the vast majority of the people that say it regularly have no idea what it means. Jesus Christ. It's pretty simple. You walk around in public. You live in society, and then you just treat people with kindness. And then if you decide to not do that, you better be prepared for whatever the consequences come along with that. Some places that means you get punched in the face. Sometimes that means you lose your job. Sometimes that means you have to you get suspended for 2 games, and and you donate the fine to a charity and hopefully try to move on, which is a best case scenario for him, frankly. So. But to do nothing is not freedom. So, appreciate it. Why fans think they get the right to say awful stuff to players? It's because it comes built into ticket prices. It also depends on what the person says. These things need to be at the same level, guys. You can't just go like, if someone's at a 12 on a 1 to 100, and then you go straight to 100, like, that's not the same thing. What was it? You can't hit anything with the tennis racket? What did he say? I don't know. How do you prepare to pitch in playoff games? Oh my God, that's one of the hardest things ever. So how to prepare to pitch in a playoff game? It's the same. It's the same thing. And for me, I would just focus. I just make sure I was really locked in on the, really locked in the, don't let this guy beat us situation. So like, really making low risk choices. And not going for it all, meaning like, don't just feed a guy fastballs if you think you have a really good fastball, when the flip side of that coin is giving up a homer. You know what I mean? So that would be one way to change. All right, let me catch up on some subs. Zetters, 36 months. It feels like it's been a lot longer, Zetters, but thank you. Welcome back from the Olympics. Okay, now I need to know. Can you, Zetters, if you're in chat, tell us your favorite event, man. I gotta know. I want to go to Olympics one day. I really want to see if I really want to be involved with the United States Olympic team. Some way, shape, or form. Maybe in 2028 they'll let me like be the media person, like the like do social media, like do a documentary following the team and stuff. Wouldn't that be sick for the 2028 baseball? Wouldn't that be awesome? Fonzie, is it Fonzie? Fonzie with the brand new Prime sub. Fonzie, welcome in. Clutchy 43 months. Danny Bananas 14 months. And Nick, 2 months. I think I thanked you already, but thank you again. Hey, maybe pitching coach. I don't know about pitching coaching. They probably won't let me. They want someone accomplished. Like, guys, it's the Olympics. Olympics coming back. They're gonna get like an MLB manager, like Dusty Baker, or like Buck Showalter, like some big, if they do pro guys, that is. So like then they'll get some pitching coach from a big league team. You know what I mean? Yeah, the U.S. rugby team is really good, dude. Ilana Mar, she's fucking awesome. That was so cool watching her just truck people. Oh god, it was so cool. No, not Pedro Grafal. We're getting that in a moment too. Van called him a W back. Did he? I heard it was a tennis racket. Karen Duran isn't even from Mexico. What? That doesn't even make any sense. Is it? I actually don't know what his ethnicity is. Jaron Duran was not out wrong. What does that even? What does that mean? You need a tennis racket? That's interesting to say considering the kid is having an insane year. Lou Brown, UST manager. Hell yeah, dude. I would do it. Are they going to have it in 2028? They're thinking about it. The thing is, like, so they are. So baseball is coming back in 2028. It is. I think for certain. I think their plans. It's just whether or not the big league teams, whether or not the big league season is going to work around it, or if we're going to have it going simultaneously with the league. Which I think it would be stupid, just from a business standpoint, to try to continue the season during the Olympics, like during the whole thing, and just ignore that we're in it. They can't do that, because if they do that, the Olympics are just going to destroy us in viewership, especially because it's in the United States. It'll just kill the season. So, like, not kill the season, but it will hurt. So might as well just, you got to weave in the MLB to the Olympics. You got to connect it. You have to. Yeah, they'd be open to extending the break around the All-Star break. I think they should. I think if they could push it, if they could do a couple things right, if they could get pretty creative with it, and like maybe stagger the schedule a little bit, where like some teams start their breaks a little earlier, some start later, or something. I think that would be interesting. Money-wise, they should take that time off. Oh, 100%. But like the thing is, if you send MLB guys to the Olympics, now the MLB can focus on covering the Olympics and continue to make lots of money. There could be a partnership there in big ways. And because the MLB is the biggest league in the country, in the world, and has all kinds of international players, honestly, it'd be great to see like Venezuela have a team represented, like Puerto Rico, and like teams, places that don't have a lot of Olympic teams can now add another one, right? Either start a week or two early, or that, or maybe just the only people who actually play in the United States is just the top 8 teams or something, instead of doing so much pool play. I don't know. Former student athlete and baseball player. I love to hear your takes, experiences at the next level. Hey, thank you, man. Welcome. Koufax Moose. What up, bro? Yes, Olympics aiming for a 6 or 8 team tournament. Yeah, and then you do the WBC thing. You just do a bunch of qualifiers, like in the year building up. You just do a bunch of qualifiers, right? And then obviously you can have alternates, and the team personnel and stuff can change over time too. Like, that's fine. Wait, my camera out of focus again. I feel like I'm out of focus like all the time. That's better. There we go. Olympic soccer teams aren't comprised of the best players. MLB should give minor leaguers a chance to rep us. Well, no. We should have the best players in the world play. I mean, there will still be some minor leaguers on the team probably, but it's been only amateur the whole history of the Olympics. I want to see what our best athletes can do in this thing. But the best Olympic, like our U.S. women's team is pretty much the best players. Merrill Skeens Rookie of the Year. It's going to be Skeens. Skeens going to win everything he can possibly win. You can also be an analyst for other countries. Rosetta Stone. Yeah, I'll learn British. Yeah, stack that thing. Let's run it. USA baseball with pro players will be like USA basketball team. Well, unfortunately, Japan beat us in the WBC, so that's not true. Japan's really good. So is Korea. So is Cuba. So is Puerto Rico. So is Venezuela, and so is the Dominican. How many players will go to the other countries? Well, the ones that are actually from the other countries will go to the other countries. That's for sure. I would play for Great Britain. Get absolutely destroyed. It was a great event. Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. Again, and the reason that the USA team doesn't necessarily get the best players, like all of them, is just because it's during spring training. Right? But what if it weren't? What if everyone was off during this? How many more people would play? Your commentary was good on Sunday night. Thank you so much, man. That's very nice of you. I got a lot of good feedback. I want to say thank you for that. First of all, is Shay here? Shay Lars, are you here? How'd you not know I was Sunday Night Baseball, by the way? I've been talking about it for weeks. That was my 4th straight weekend. So, guys, for the last 4 straight weeks, the reason we've been doing this on Tuesdays is because the last 4 weekends, I've been flying to New York City in the middle of the day on Saturday, getting there in the evening, and then doing the show on Sunday, flying back Monday morning. I've done it 4 straight weekends. Shout out to Terminal 7 at JFK Airport. We've become very good friends. And fortunately, this weekend, I don't have a show, so thank the Lord. Though GCX is this week, we have some... Kate's at like 35 weeks. So we have some appointments here. We're preparing for this thing to get like basically starting in about 10 days. It could happen at any moment. So I'm it's a little bit of a coin flip for me to even go to GCX. But whether I am there or not, guys, Making Day in Action podcast is going to have a live version of the show. Whether or not I'm physically there, I'm going to try to call in if I can't physically be there, because we have so much stuff to do here, and I've left 4 straight weeks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I just genuinely don't know. I'm waiting. We're waiting on some midway appointment and seeing if it can be changed. If it can't, we just can't put stuff off like this. So I don't know. But there will be a live episode, and very minimum, Paul will be on stage hosting it, which is going to be awesome. So Frontier? Nah, not Frontier. One of the other ones. Alaska. Alaska's my airline of choice. Baby comes first. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. True. All right. All right. Let's do some housekeeping here. I want to talk about a few things. One, we have to do our thing we do every day. Chat. If you had your Focus Fuel today, thefocusfuel.com, 10% off order baseball. It's delicious. 50 milligrams of caffeine right there to the dome. Look at us. Look at us. Use code TMAY. All right. I think you'll think this is cool. So, real quick, I've been thinking about doing merch. I think we've talked about this a lot recently. But someone made a great point. I posted a picture of some of the merch ideas I had and on Twitter the other day, and I got a lot of great feedback. So we're going to be doing Just Punch tickets. JPT has kind of become my catchphrase a little bit. So we're going to be doing a sticker. You can get these in square stickers. I'll show you some of the designs here in a moment. But we'll also have a shirt, hoodie, and hat version. And all of these stickers are like tailored to your team. So here's some of the renders I have. Do people ever recognize when you travel? I've had one kid recognize me in Terminal 7 every single weekend, including yesterday. So one kid be like, "Hi, are you Trevor?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I love the Mets, man. Can I get a picture?" I'm like, "Yeah." So it's happened 3 times. So use code baseball chat. Yeah, check it. All right, check this out. So here's some of the merch renders. Here's like the Rockies. Wow. Paint cannot read this file. I don't want you to open with Paint. What are we talking about right now? Open in photos, you silly goose. It's a PNG. So like, we'll put this in a square. Like you'll be able to get this in like a 3x3 inch sticker. These will all be like less than $10, by the way. I'm thinking about doing a pin, a sticker, and any other like tiled type of merch you can do. The Fourth Wall does all kinds of great stuff. But like this is the Rockies one. I thought this was pretty cool. So Just Punch tickets. This is the Rockies one. Why the mountains? It's the Rockies. Colorado Rockies. So this is the Rockies theme one. Obviously, I can't call it Rockies because, so if you're a Rockies fan and you want a sticker, this will also go on the back. A tumbler wrap. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. They do tumblers. So we might do that. I don't know. Stickers are easy. Like I can sell these for $4, right? $4 a piece, and then you buy 3 and you get them for 10 or whatever. Like easy. And they're nice. And then we'll do a shirt with this on the back, and then a little ticket in the same colorway here that says "Take a seat." It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. So there's the Rockies one. This is the Cubs. Are you serious? Why are we doing this? Okay, well we're gonna do this every time then, I guess. There's the Cubs. Like I can't put a logo on anything, or I'll get sued. So like, I tried to get the vibe of the Cubs. I like the Cardinals one. I thought this was pretty cool. Even threw the bat in there. Oh, it does do this. Oh, this one's not even right. So this one's supposed to have 2 suns here in the corners, and I don't know why. This is for the Rays. I don't know why it's not in this render. So that one's wrong. But this is the Cards one. No, because a lot of these are different now. I changed these on the plane. This is the Giants. You guys like? I love the Giants one. You guys like the Giants one? So I just want you guys to know I did all of these. I had fun. Here's this is San Diego. It looks almost like the Pirates, but not quite. And then some of these are going to get updated, right? Is there an Orioles one? There is. I can open the no. So not of them all. I didn't have time to render all of them. Like this is the Reds. Here's the Phillies, though. I am gonna. This one isn't done. See how pixelated this is in the background. This is the crack from the bell. I'm gonna try to. I might just put it like only on the white or something, but I'm gonna add the bell. And like, see how the Phillies is here. So I want to put the crack in here because the Phillies and the Nationals are very similar. Their colorways are just different, if you can tell. This is the Marlins. Though I'm thinking about going all black background. Make the bell the U and punch. Oh. That's a great idea. I love that. And here's the Mariners. And then here's a bunch of like these were just ideas, right? So like the Yankees one is still like this. This was the Braves. I changed this up. This isn't how this is anymore. Here's the Dodgers. I put the little baseball rocket trail in there. Here's the Padres Ultimate, or City Connect. The Mets are gonna get little 7s on theirs, and then we have the Mayday version, which is just mine here. And then there's the A's. Here. Oh, here's the Diamondbacks. I really like this one because we were able to do, this is like their main jersey, and this is one of their home jerseys, and then this is their other one with the same thing. I thought all 3 of these together looked really cool. And then I can put like cactuses and stuff in the background, which would be cool. Do I have an Astros one macked up? I do. So here, I'll open the actual. I have some actual Photoshop files. Here, I can even show you the ticket. So like this is the kind of, oops. This is kind of what the ticket's gonna look like. This is what the ticket looks like, but it says take a seat, not admit one. I changed that. All right. Oh, and then I have an alternate here. Oops. I know I can set this. So this is going to be for a hat, JPT, so you can put this on. So we'll put these on hats. So obviously this is the Mets one. I thought the bridge did too. Okay, anyway, back to what I was doing. We'll go to the PS files. Just punch tickets. All right, which one did you guys want to see? We wanted to see... Oh my god, I gotta show you the Royals. Gonna actually open Photoshop though. And then Astros, yeah, we can do that too. Give it a second. I had to reinstall, or I had to update Photoshop. Chat. Oh, not now. Huh? What's the merch idea? Sweaters, hats. We're doing sweaters, hats, t-shirts. These are going to also be available. So all of these designs are also going to be available via stickers. So like if you want to do something that's not so invasive where you're billboarding all the time, but you have like notebooks and or a laptop or like just, I don't know, you like to collect stickers, it'd be a great opportunity to do that. But I just found this little crown. Oh, I love it, man. I think it's so cool. So that's that one. Hold on, let's just keep opening them. Oh, you said Astros? Okay. So, there's two things that I'm thinking about doing here. I want to put possibly like some sort of rocket trail or a comet or something. But this is the colorways. So basically the ones where I was like, what could I put in the background to make it, give it a little bit of like flavor for that city. But yeah, this is definitely going to be space related. Maybe the solar system or something. But I do really like the colors. I think the colors are great. And these colors are also all perfect. Like they're exactly the colorways. So we wanted, you said the Astros. We wanted the Orioles, you said. Guardians is cool. I think you'll like the Guardians. Huh? Feels very Captain America-y, doesn't it? Twins? Okay. We'll do twins. I'm thinking of I wanna get the outline of Minnesota in here somehow. Reds is pretty good. Oh, we already looked at the Reds, but I love the colors pop. Colors pop. The Yankees is pretty sweet. Yes, I already showed the call. Oh, here's the Rays. Here's what the Rays is supposed to look like. That's what the Rays looks like. Mariners need the Space Needle or Mountain in the background? True. Make the K and tickets for the Minnesota State. Ooh, we could do that. Yeah, this is the Rays one. I think we need a drop shadow on the punch, though, to give it a little bit more, to make it punch a little bit. Tigers is, I had fun with this one. Put some whiskers on it. Huh? So here's what we're going to do. Here's what my plan was. I'm going to put all 30 teams basic sticker available for the first drop, right? So each one is going to be, we're going to have the stickers available. We're going to have the stickers available for all 30 teams. Then I'm going to do 10 teams of with the shirts and the hoodies with the back thing and the ticket first. And then we will basically every week or so, we'll put out 10 more until we have all 30 teams for all merch. And then after that, we'll do hats and we'll do like City Connect versions and stuff. Thoughts? Thoughts? Fat Mall back. Danny back too. 59 months. 59 months and 71 months. Look at you guys. That's crazy. Okay, last couple. Here's the Yankees one. I still love the Yankees one. I think it's cool. I love the pinstripes. I think this thing is sick. I think this one is sick. If I were a Yankees fan, I would cop this big time. Um, White Sox is boring. Giants was good, but I already showed it to you. What's the Brewers? Now this one needs a little work still, but hopefully you get it. I want this to look like it's supposed to look like a beer, a Homer Simpson beer. Though I need the froth to look a little bit more frothy. And I even gave a little homage to the old jerseys here in the middle. You guys asked for Orioles. I didn't show you Orioles yet. Now the Orioles is interesting. Still thinking about stuff. Looks like melting cheese. Looks like a needs a bubble brush. It does. I might bubble brush it up. Give it some bubs. Oh, and cards. Here's the cards. Cardinals. Did I write St. Louis Cardinals? Why? Yeah, that's weird. Why did I put STL in here? That's the Cardinals. I showed that one in a bit. I threw the old bat in there so you guys get the get it. Red Sox. Huh? What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the Red Sox one? Good night. This is merch we're doing. And all these are going to be available for purchase next week. Close up for Dodgers. Ooh, we should do Dodgers too. Where's the Dodgers? See, like, I put the trail in there for the S. Are the team fonts copyrighted? They're not. This is not the fonts they use. Oh, are the fonts on the jerseys copyrighted? Yes. Basically, guys, everything on the jersey except for the color codes. So, like, I couldn't use their numbers either. I couldn't do numbers. Like, so if I tried to go, like, put, like Mookie Betts' number in a corner here or something, they could cease and desist me. You missed the guards one. Yes, you did. Oh, Texas. Texas looks about what you guys think it looks like. Where is it? Rangers. Surprise. Ooh, you want the Braves? Got it. Let's see actually if I changed the Braves one. I don't know if I did. Braves need work a little bit. This was kind of one of the first ones I did. Yeah, we need to not have yellow in the background. I'm thinking change the colors. These to red, the middle to yellow, the writing for yellow with a blue outline. I got some adjustments here. This is like the first one we did. I didn't like it. This needs work. It's not great. Not great. Blue Jays. What about the Nats? The Nats and the Phillies look almost exactly the same. What else? Is there any more? Angels are boring. Cubs we already did. I'll give you the Padres City Connect first. Then no. Generic bear, or I'll do something that alludes to a bear, or the city of Chicago that isn't the bear. So let's put it this way: I'm trying to make City Connect stuff, City Connect type stuff. Okay, can I show the Tigers? Yeah, I can. One more time. There you go. Los Tigres. The CN Tower. I think the CN Tower and the Space Needle are going in there too. Ooh, the Arch and the Cardinals. Ooh, interesting. So you notice how pretty much all of them have like white in the middle. That's a great place to put something in the background. All right, last one. I'll go to the Rockies one more time to finish it off to show you. Dude, now put Colorado here. Jesus Christ. Okay. With the with the mountains. So yeah, that's the merch. So we're gonna do like basically this part will be a like a bigger print on the back of a jersey, and then the front will have a little ticket that says "Take a seat" in the same colorway. So we'll just connect them together, and you can have a shirt to wear to a game if you want. Then I'm gonna have a JPT hat, so it's gonna be hats like this, but with the patch in the thing. It's gonna say JPT, which is Just Punch Tickets, and those will be in the same colorways. So like you'll have stuff you can wear to games, but also all of these are gonna be available in like accessories, like stickers. Right now it's stickers, pins, like little collectible stuff you can have in your office or whatever. And we'll go from there. Cool. So yeah, those are the merch ideas I had, which I'm really excited about, and I made myself, and I'm kind of just leaning in on doing it myself. All right, let's continue on. Let's talk about some baseball news. All right, guys. So now would be the time. Start hitting me with what do we want to chat about today, because it's important. We got a lot to get into, a lot of news. We can do news as you get going, but let's start with this. First things first, we already touched on it, but we're going to touch on it. We're into the news. Duran was suspended for 2 games for Red Sox for shouting a homophobic slur to a fan who heckled him. So he yelled at a fan behind home plate who heckled him and lost to Houston Astros the day earlier. So this is at home, which is interesting. It's a home field thing. Exchange was caught live microphone to the broadcast when Duran was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts at that point in the game. Played 6th inning at Fenway. Tennis racket. You need a tennis racket. Turns head to the bench, shut up, followed by a curse word and a slurred. Damn. Just kind of happened, huh? So yeah, don't do that, and take your suspension, and then be better. I don't really know what else there is to say about it. There's no really the fact that anyone has any other opinion other than that is mind-boggling for me. But also at the same time, I'm trying to take it into consideration that most people actually don't care as much as I think they do, and I'm interacting them through the internet, and the internet has 0 consequences for anyone saying anything, and most people just take the contrary opinion because it gets them more attention. So, like for example, I could pull a Tyreek Hill right now and just say some terrible thing so everyone will look at me, but I won't, because this is exactly how this should be handled. He should be suspended. He should think about it for a minute, and then we should continue on with our lives, because yelling something horrible is not good, but also shouldn't ruin your life. Being a mean person should not be a life-ruining offense, in my opinion. So. But it did happen. All right, moving on. You said Chris Bryant back into the IR. This ain't football, fam. It's called the IL. The Pirates collapsed. They're collapsing. You got to be in ahead to collapse. You got to be standing up to fall over. You know what I mean? All right. Next up, I got something very important to show you guys. This was brought up. So it was brought to my attention in Discord the other day that someone who is very well known for doing something that isn't what I do talked about me on a pod, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to play the moment, because I think it's awesome. And just hold on. Oh my God, what is it called? Book of Joe. All right. So I had been wondering about this. I'd been wondering if this person knew who I was because I played on the Mets. This person is a big Mets fan. He went on Joe Madden's podcast. Here, I'll show it to you. I'll just show it to you. Why not? The Book of Joe. And evidently, they interviewed. Hello?
Booth.
Well, I know, yeah, Kike.
They interviewed Jerry Seinfeld. And I've always wondered, Jerry Seinfeld, big Mets fan, does he know who I am? Well, we got our confirmation. Check it out.
Escape the deterioration of chronology. You know, there's a lot of games. I don't want to dump on other games.
Now they're 7'4" and the basket's still 10 feet.
Yeah.
The court's too darn small, too, but you can't say that about baseball.
Is on-field interviews during games.
So, just so you know, Jerry Seinfeld is not like on-field interviews during games. A lot of you agree with that, so let's just hear what he has to say.
That's so good.
You want to talk about stupid. You want to talk about insulting a person's focus. I remember, Tom, you might remember this guy's name. He was a reliever for the Mets. He was in the bullpen. So they like to get him on camera. He's no longer. Do you know who I'm thinking of? I can't remember.
You're not going back to Turk.
So far, there's a reliever for the Mets, and he can't remember his name.
Wendell, are you?
No. I'm going back to like last year.
2 years ago.
Oh.
He was kind of funny. Anyway, so they talking to him.
So far, we have how many times has Jerry Seinfeld referenced me and used the word funny? 2 so far.
In the bullpen, you know, doing on camera. And as a comedian, I'm not an athlete, but there's a lot more similarities to sport in stand-up comedy than any of the other arts because of it's live, it's in person, and the score is obvious to everyone watching. That's what makes stand-up comedy very similar to athletics. And so I know a lot about focus and routine and preparation and flow and how you prepare. You don't prepare when you get to the mound. The game starts way before that. And
Correct.
They were talking to this guy, Trevor something.
Oh,
Trevor May. Trevor May.
Thank you, Tom.
So they had this interview with him, and so the guy's trying to be funny, and he's a funny guy. And then he goes into the game, and I'm thinking to myself, this guy is screwed because he's been using the part of his brain that is about speech and language and thinking, and that is not the part you want to be in when you're pitching. You want to be in flow, which is not left brain, it's right brain. And he went out and just got shelled, and I thought, but that's not even nearly as bad as when they talk to these guys.
Okay. So my guess was right. I thought he would talk about me getting shelled. I don't specifically remember. I do know that I did not have a great night that night because I remember exactly the interview he's talking about. It was the one where I was like up against the fence and it looked like I was in prison. A lot of people remember that one because they never did it. They haven't done it since. But he's right. He's really based in this. Like baseball, like pitching is art at that point. And stand-up comedy is art also. Like you have to prep, you have to know the material. Like I got to know what I'm going to go do. But then when I go do it, it needs to be like really low effort to put it in play. You can't be like figuring it out as you go. Comedy doesn't work that way. Major League Baseball pitching doesn't work that way either. And he's right. That is very astutely put. And that parallel is like, that's my type of thing right there. And that was awesome. I thought it was really cool, but he's right. He's right. If you get yourself into you're like consciously having to solve new problems when you're in this mode where you're fully prepared and you're ready to go, having anything else bleed in your head like does have an effect, whether or not you want it to or not, it does. And he's based in that, but also he said I'm funny. So thank you, Jerry. Do you remember what game is? I do. I can't remember specifically who we were playing. I believe it was a Sunday night baseball game. So many pitchers won't talk to people before they play, right? Like for this reason. I mean, it's more of a taboo thing. Like nobody really no one has like a real concrete reason. They just know it's easier. Which it's just intuitive. Some guys like need to talk because they get so in their own head that it does the opposite thing. So like being just like they prepare before the game starts. Generally, they don't sit there and prepare anymore. They're prepared before the first pitch is thrown. So then the rest is just kind of let it simmer. But I'm a prepare the whole game, all the way up until the moment. Like I was one of those people that studied up until 10 minutes before the test, then took my break, let it settle, and go, which I don't think is actually the best way to do things. But yeah, regular season. So doing it for games that don't matter is fine. Doing it for games that do matter isn't. It doesn't make any sense to interview somebody when they're supposed to be focused on what they're doing. I think they shouldn't do interviews. They shouldn't do mic'd up interviews. They can mic people up though. Do it like football. Just go get sound bites and get interactions and stuff. And then interview them between an inning or during, like a guy who's playing in the field when they're hitting and he's not hitting yet. Talk to him then, like once in the game.
Playing. What?
You know what I mean? But yeah, Jerry knows what he's talking about in this specific situation. There's other things that he is a little bit, he doesn't have the best takes on, but yeah. All right, on to the next news. You guys want to talk about Victor Robles? Let's look at Victor Robles' extension. Victor Robles signs an extension, which is so interesting because he literally wasn't even starting until Julio got hurt. Go to the bean map, guy with a huge sack on his back. I have no idea what any of that means. All right, but Mariners Victor Robles agreed to a 2-year, $9.75 million extension. Chat, he is a center fielder. This is called a team friendly. But I think in defense of Victor, he has had, I think, a less stellar big league career than he would have thought when he was a prospect. Remember, he was a massive prospect coming up with Julio Rodriguez. He's a year older than Julio. So he's still really young, but it didn't really pan out the same way. He's great defensively, just couldn't really hit. Now he started to hit a little bit, starts to look a little bit like Gene Segura, in my opinion. And he got some guaranteed money, and he seems to love it here in Seattle. So good for him. I think that's awesome. There's some security here. And all these things, I just wanted to give some context. These things only happen when the player approaches the team and says, hey, man, I'll take way less than you were probably anticipating to stay here. Wrong chat, you're bad. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, from DFA to $10 million in a month. That's awesome. Great, dude. That's so cool. Good for him, man. I've just good for him. He's such a good dude. He's having a great time. And I think it's awesome. Awesome. So he signs with a $9 million option. So he has the opportunity. He has the opportunity to, if he continues to improve in the way or playing the way he is now, then he has the opportunity to get closer to what his value would be had he tested the open market a little bit more with a $9 million team option for the 2027 season. But if they don't pick it up, then he'll become a free agent. So that's a good deal. Like, it's a good, solid deal. Low risk kind of for the team, but also a nice little payday for him. He just needed to change the scenery. That happens a lot, man. Just look at Chris Sale, right? Look at Chris Sale. So sometimes it just doesn't work out. But he's done a good job, especially leading off, and the reason they're even hanging around is he's a big reason for that. So good for him. Good for him. The New York Mets just finished. What did they just finish on their trip? They just did a 10-game road trip to 4 cities. New York Mets, 10-game road trip, 4 cities with a random. So they went to Anaheim for 3. Anaheim for 3. St. Louis for 1. Where'd they go after that? Where'd they go after that? They went somewhere else. Oh, they go play the A's? Where'd they go after that? Anyway, they ended in Seattle. 10 games. Rockies. Yeah, Rockies. So they in the Colorado. So they went Anaheim, St. Louis, Colorado, Seattle. So it's a West Coast trip. You're an East Coast team. You go to 4 cities and you play 10 games. To go 4-6 on that trip is the best you can hope for. It's the best you can hope for. So that is one of the worst trips I've ever heard of. That's awful travel-wise. And they ended up by score 1 run in 3 days in Seattle, one of which I covered. Jeff McNeil hits a solo home run, but they were in danger of getting swept and shut out for 3 days in a row. This is an example of a perfect storm of stuff happening. The Mets are a very good team, but towards the end of those trips, man, it feels like you've been gone for a month. You haven't seen your kids. You slept in 4 different beds in 10 days. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, and it's very hard. You're just dragging. Imagine traveling anywhere. Imagine going on a vacation for 10 days and going to 4 different places in those 10 days. You would be exhausted. Now, imagine playing a baseball game all 10 of those days. I know this is you still should be able to win games, but you're playing a very good team with very good hitting and one of the hardest parts to hit in, and you have days like this. I'm just gonna say the planets aligned for you guys not to score any runs. Like you ran into a buzzsaw of a staff in a situation at the end of a terrible trip. Like just hang with them. So I wouldn't think too much into those last 3 games, man. They were playing like with one arm behind their back. Like there's just no way. There's no way. I know ball players. I know touring musicians. I've heard stories from DJs, right, that are on tours that are like, man, I can't do this. This is impossible. It wears you down. It grinds you to a nub, man. It's so much. It's just the same day over and over again, but you're in a different place. Yeah. Started that trip half game out. They're still half game out. Going 4-6, I'll take it, man. Most teams go like 2-7, 2-8. They did it. After the A's and Marlins, they got the O's, D-backs, Padres, big test. Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to say that. Hats off to you flying across the nation to watch a game in your city. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It sucks. It sucks so much ass. Sucks so much ass. Schedule makers don't care about the human aspect anymore. They never really have. But they're going to be fine. The A's are 20-13 since July 1st. The A's are freaking good, man. The A's are much better. They've already won 50 games, 51 games. They're very close. Also, between Snell and Sale last night, it ended up being a Sale dub with Taylor Rogers getting the loss in that one, 1-0. But had the Giants won last night, man, if I'm having to go against the Giants in a wild card series, if they sneak in, man, that is a scary team. Love that the A's final home game is already a sellout. It should be. The Oakland Roots are playing the Coliseum next year. Was cool. Yeah, it's great. Lawrence Butler, Larry Bonds. He's so good. So I wonder if Seattle does disproportionately worse on the road, better at home because of the travel. That's part of it, Kegels, for sure. Big time. Do you edit your own videos on your channel? Do you have a professional editor do your editing? I edit all the long form stuff. Basically anything that's from this show I have another editor doing it. So like if I record it while doing it live, I probably didn't edit it. But like the Major League video I did the Nastiest Pitches one too. But I do majority of the editing. I haven't done as much of it lately because I'm very low on time, as you can tell. Video edits and cuts are always fire. Thank you. Okay, what else? What else is in the news we want to talk about, break down, get into before we go into our baseball movie Olympics, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do together as a family. Danny, you're here, right? Danny and Game, will you guys be able to do in-chat polls for me? Rosario gets DFA'd. That isn't really surprising. Ahmed Rosario gets DFA'd by the Dodgers. He was a death piece. I believe you can still do waiver trades in August. I don't know. They change this every year, so I don't know if they still do it, but they might be able to get like a pitcher or something for him. The White Sox beat the Yankees 12-2. Grady Sizemore's 42, and he looks like he's 31. It's crazy. Joe Ryan hurt. Brock Stewart's out for the season. Oh no. Hey, I'm out here pulling for David Festa to be the guy. Rays called up their number 1 prospect. I thought he was number 2 prospect. Did you ever stay at the haunted hotel in Milwaukee? Yes, I did, and I have a YouTube video coming out about it. So, basically the Fister, called the Fister too, which unfortunate. It's someone's last name, by the way, Pfister. I stay there every time. I didn't have any ghost stories, but I did have some teammates with them, and I know Mookie refuses to stay there. There's lots of guys that refuse to stay there. I think it was Victor Martinez wouldn't stay there, or Miggy Cabrera just to refuse to stay in that hotel. Prince Fielder didn't like it. A lot of people refused to do it. So, but I have a video I've written a script for that I'm gonna not tell too many of these stories because I want it for the video. You believe in ghosts? It's one of those things. I like the idea of it. I'm much more of an aliens exist guy. Ghost stories from the Vinoy. Not as many. Did I see yours? I didn't. Are you talking about, is it in Discord? No? You play fantasy baseball? Not yet. Next year. Baseball in the Bristol Speedway? Ooh, we could do that too. Let's talk about that real quick before we go in. MLB is going to play a game in the Bristol Motor Speedway. This is just a render of how it might be put together. This is potential to have 130,000 people watching a baseball game, none of which can see anything. So that's interesting. But yes, they will be doing a baseball game in the Bristol Motor Speedway between the two powerhouses, the Braves and the Reds. And it's probably going to be absolutely electric. It is. They've done a sporting event there. They had, I think, Tennessee and Virginia Tech play here, and 123,000 people were there, which is nuts. But yeah, Bristol, Tennessee, baseball game. Could this be the first test to see if Tennessee gets a baseball team? We'll see. We will see. Would you play in a Savannah Bananas game? At this point, probably, yeah. Will they have cars racing? Well, they got stuff on the track, so I doubt that. Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be lots of binoculars. But then again, think about it this way. People go sit there and watch cars drive around it, right? And you can't see jack. Just think about watching a NASCAR race in general. You're not intuitively knowing what's happening. You're paying attention on a board who's in what, on what lap, right? So seeing isn't really important. I understand it's better for baseball, but there's going to be a lot of people there. Everyone's going to be up here just hanging out, drinking, and then watching on monitors probably. There will not be a race. No, it will not be simultaneously cast, guys. I don't see how that's possible to even do. Okay. Watching hockey on a baseball field. Imagine. Keep hitting me with anything else you guys want to break down as we go. I'm going to be keeping track. So, if you guys have a player we want to get into or a question you were wondering about, hit me with it in the chat. If I don't answer it right away, we will do it right after our main little thing we're about to do now, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really excited for it. All right. Boom, boom. Welcome. Hold on. I got to do this. Welcome to the Baseball Movie Olympics. Classic Olympic sound. Where we're going to be, I'll just show you. So, Baseball Movie Olympics. Actually, it's 7 events. We're going to do 7 events head-to-head, basically just to brackets, right? The events are accidental butt dial. I'm so sorry. You guys hear that? I accidentally called 911. I almost swatted myself. How did that even happen? I don't even know how that happened. Did I hold this button forever? Anyway, back to what we're doing. Bro, what is going on? Oh, hold on. I got to do this. There we go. All right. Baseball Olympics. The 7 events are best protagonist, best antagonist. Protagonists are the hero. Antagonist is the villain. Best gameplay footage. How well did they do the game? The best comic relief. We're going to basically pick one of the characters that was there for comic relief and then just rank them against each other. Best coach / manager. I picked 8 movies that have some version of that. Best quote. We're going to take the most iconic quote from each movie and then put them against each other. And then overall, the most realistic. And whoever wins that. The top 3 are medal. Gold is worth 3 points. Silver is worth 2 points. And obviously, bronze is worth 1. I don't know why I didn't write that. And here is the movies we're going to be doing. Movies with seeds. First seed, in no order. This was just randomly the list we came up with. Major League, Little Big Leagues 2, Moneyball's 3, Sandlot's 4, Bull Durham's 5, Rookie of the Year's 6, Field of Dreams is 7, and A League of Their Own is 8. I know there are a lot of good movies out there. I just wanted to go with these ones. These are the ones I've seen the most, and that are the easiest to break down. But there is a lot of good movies, and there's probably ones that deserve to be on this list that aren't. All right? What if you haven't watched any of them? Guess, Danny. Guess. All right? So here's how we're going to do it. We have 7 brackets here, and we're going to do different seating, but the first one we're going to do normal. So, the first one, best protagonist. Best. Hold on, let me zoom in on this. Best protagonist. All right. Perfect. All right. That's too big. That's way too big. So we're gonna go 1 verse. The first one we're gonna do is 1 verse 8. So we have. Let me just move this over here, actually, so I can see it. Take it with us. Cool. All right, best protagonist. We have Major League. That would be what? Jake Taylor? Jake Taylor versus League of Their Own. Who's the protagonist? Is it Dottie? Yeah, Dottie. Dottie Hinson. We're going to shorthand this because it's going to take a really long time. Okay. Dottie. And then Moneyball. Billy Bean. Versus Smalls, dude. Scotty Smalls. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good. Oh, wait. No, that's. Wait. No. Major League versus. Sorry. Billy Bean versus. What would Billy Bean? Billy Bean's here. 3 versus 6, Rookie of the Year. Scotty Smalls is here. Okay, got it. Sorry. I effed that up. I already messed it up. All right, Little Big. No, Scotty Smalls isn't there either. I'm an idiot. Scotty Smalls is here. Little Big League. Oh, what is Little Big? Oh, what's his name? I just watched this. I have all this written down. Billy Haywood. Billy Haywood. And then Moneyball is Billy Bean, Scotty Smalls. Okay, and then Bull Durham. Ooh, Crash Davis versus Billy Haywood. That's tough, bro. Ooh, I'll just move it. Yeah, I love that. Then we'll go Billy Bean versus Henry Roan-Gardner. We're guessing. I don't know how to spell it. And I don't care. Rosenbagger. And then Scotty Smalls versus. No, wait. This is Crash Davis. Am I an idiot? How am I so bad at this? Little Big League versus Field of Dreams. God, what is Kevin Costner's name? So Crash is the main character. Ray. Ray Kinsella is his name, evidently. Ray, it's funny that Kevin Costner plays two of these. All right. Here we go. Best protagonist. Jake Taylor versus Dottie. Jake Taylor versus Dottie. Let's do a 1 in the chat for Jake Taylor and a 2 for Dottie. Is the brackets in order? The brackets will be in order. So this is 1 verse 8, 1 8, 2 7, 3 6, 4 5. Seeing ones and seeing twos. Seeing ones and seeing twos. Ooh, this is pretty close. Polls live. You just want to do a poll for each one? Okay, Danny, where's the polls at? Where can people see the polls? Is it in Discord? Oh, hey. Uh-oh, they're seeing our secret mod chat. All right. Where's it at? Twitch chat? Oh, it's in Twitch chat. Well, we're only doing polls in Twitch chat then? I actually can't see the Twitch chat one. Marcy, thank you for 25 months. Should we do it in Discord? Oh, what's the best way to do this? Oh, top of the chat. Okay. All right, do a 1 minute in Twitch chat. I would love everyone to be able to vote, though. I mean, we could do... We have weekly poll. We could do it here. Dottie won 13-8. All right, Dottie moves on. Honestly, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, so we'll do you get 30 seconds to vote, guys. 30 seconds on each. All right. So Billy Haywood. Dottie moves on versus Jake Taylor. You know what? I agree with that. Jake kind of sucked. Billy Haywood versus Ray Kinsella. Billy Haywood of Rookie of the Year versus Ray from Field of Dreams. Which one do we like the most? Which one do we like the most? 1s and 2s in the chat. Billy Haywood versus Ray Kinsella. I wish I could do a poll in both. You're only saying that because he played for the Twins rival? No, Jake, the character. Jake sucked for the reason that his entire love interest is him being a cheating asshole, treating her terribly, coming back and then stealing her back from a dude. Like, I'm like, dude, you're the villain. You're not the hero here. Wow, a lot of 2s. But no, I like Jake as a dude, as a bro. I would like Jake a lot, but obviously it's very clear to me that Ricky Vaughn is my guy. Very 80s move, yeah. Yeah, he's like, I had to prove that your body was tighter. Of course my body was tighter. Ha ha ha. So funny. All right, where are we at? Who won? Thanks, Trend. Billy or Ray? Who won the poll? I can't see it. You got to tell me. Ray? Ray moves on. Ray moves on, guys. Billy Bean versus Harry Rowan Gardner. Billy Bean. This is the A's Billy Bean. Rest in peace, other Billy Bean. Rest in peace. He just passed away recently. And Harry Rosenbacher. From Rookie of the Year, Billy Bean or Henry. 30 seconds. Here we go. You should have put Lou Brown. He's not the main character. He's the coach. We have another version of this. Okay, we got to do these votes a little bit easier. I need to do them easier. Is everyone in the Discord? I'm gonna just do this in Discord. I'm gonna do this in Discord. I'm gonna add this. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna call it text. Call it polls. We have just polls right here. No. Polls right here. I'm gonna make a quick poll. All right. Who are we going for right now? We have Billy Bean versus Bean. Who wins? Bean or Henry? Go! So we'll put this like, I don't know. Let's put it up here, maybe. Maybe put this. Put this here so you can see the poll. By the way, I'm going to go with Henry here. 30 seconds? 24 hours? Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just vote. If you're in the Discord, please vote there. Twitch polls are working fine. Yeah, but I can't see them and all the YouTube people can't vote. I mean, I'm sure all the Twitch people like it. All right, Twitch, keep going. Okay, never mind. We're going to do this. We got Bean, whatever, up 6. What's the, we'll keep doing the Twitch. I'll do this. We'll just set a little timer here. A 1-minute timer. We'll set a 1-minute timer for every poll. How about that? Bean won on Twitch. All right, Billy Bean. Billy Bean moves on. Scotty Smalls versus Crash Davis. Danny, you say go and I'll click go. Crash Davis for Scotty Smalls. Scotty Smalls is You're Killing Me Smalls in The Sandlot. If you haven't watched The Sandlot, get out of your, figure it out. And Crash Davis is obviously an iconic character from the movie Bull Durham. But you let me know when it's ready to go and we will go. What? Is the poll going? Go. Got it. All right, 1 minute. 1 minute. You know what? We're actually going to do this in 30-second increments from now on. This needs to go faster. But now I guess I'll just leave. What else? Hey, how about Blake Snell, guys? I hate to tell you this, but look who was right. Smalls is destroying Davis for realsies? Actually, can I pull up? Can I pull up a quick Twitch chat? And then I'll pop this out. Can I pop it out? Can I pop this out? Hey, can I have more pop-ups, Twitch, please? Scotty Smalls wins easy. I'll put this over here. Scotty Smalls wins freaking easy. All right, back to here. So Scotty Smalls easy. Duplicate. All right. Let's go back up. In the semifinal match, we have Dottie versus Ray. Dottie versus Ray. Close that real quick. Close this. I don't know why all this stuff's open. Get that. You tell me when you're ready to go. Timer. How do I make a new one? Cool. You tell me when you're ready. Go. All right. 30 seconds. Actually, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me when to go. I have it now. Ooh, Ray. Doing well. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Ooh, I love this. Smalls beating Crash hurt me so bad. You know what? You gotta know your audience, man. You gotta know your audience. We have Ray wins by 2 votes, 11-9. Ray with the W. Ray moves on to the championship. I did not see this coming, boys and girls. I did not see this coming. All right, Billy Bean versus Scotty Smalls. Here we go. Billy Bean versus Scotty Smalls. Here we go. Here we go. Honestly, we could probably play music as well here. Crash was the obvious choice. Too late now. Too late now. There's still more events. Oh, the poll's not going yet. Oops. There we go. Best protagonist. Here we go. Billy Bean versus Scotty Smalls. You got 30 seconds. Go, 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 go. It takes a minute. Yeah, well, no excuses. Smalls. Cohen going off. Dude, is Smalls going to win this easy? Everyone loves Scotty Smalls, bro. Everyone loves Scotty Smalls. I love Scotty Smalls. He made me feel good. Oh, but we got a comeback. We got a Billy Bean comeback. But unfortunately, it's not going to get there. Not going to get there. We got another Scotty Smalls. All right, Ray versus Scotty. Let's see. Let's see. Scotty won 14-11. Scotty wins 14-11. We got another one coming. Scotty wins. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. No way Billy lost there. Well, Billy lost there. 14-12 he lost. 14-12. Next up, the championship for between Ray and Scotty. Let's get it. Here we go. Vote away. Ray versus Scotty Smalls. Who do you like better, Ray Kinsella, which no one knew that's what his last name was going into this, or Scotty Smalls? Four, three, two, one. Scotty Smalls takes home the championship and the gold. Scotty gets the gold. That is 3 points. 2 for Ray, and then we need to do Billy. And then Billy versus Dottie, guys. Billy versus Dottie. We got to go for the bronze. Billy versus Dottie. Scotty Smalls took that championship easy. Billy versus Dottie. Here we go. While you're working on that, let's get the medal count up here. Let's actually do that. And so far we got Moneyball with 3. Hold on. We'll go gold. The Sandlot takes home gold. Silver. Poll is up. Here we go. Let's see who takes home silver between Billy Bean and Dottie. Billy Bean and Dottie. Oh, Billy running away with it. I think this is a Billy race, guys. I think Billy's going to get it. Wait, that's not. Hold on. Ray. No, hold on. Dude, why do I not know what movies these people are in? Keep messing this up. Pay attention. Field of Dreams gets the silver, dude. Oh, Billy wins 16-7. Moneyball. Billy Bean, bronze. Okay. Moving on to the next event. Wait, is there Angels in the Outfield, the best movie about the Angels? The only movie about the Angels? No Angels in the Outfield at the moment. All right, next up, we have best. I love that this hockey doesn't work. That's pretty cool. Best Antagonist. Best Antagonist. So this is the best villain, boys and girls. First up. So we had 1 verse 7, right? This is 1 verse 8. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And we're just going to keep bringing this with us. Oh. Yeah, we'll move that up. Okay. All right. We'll keep the lead here and just keep putting it above the thing. Okay, so it's going to go best antagonist. Oh, what's her name in Major League? What is her name in Major League? Rachel. Rachel Phelps. Boo! Can I get a boo in the chat, please? Dude, hold on. Frickin' A. Rachel Phelps. Versus Little Big League, the antagonist. Who was the manager? Who is the manager in Little Big League? Now, let's just put it this way. The Mariners. Should we do the Mariners? No, or what's his name? The dude who comes around who plays the guy in Gilmore Girls. O'Farrell? Is that O'Farrell? It is O'Farrell. Yeah, let's go O'Farrell. O'Farrell's the manager. We'll just go with O'Farrell. F it. Doesn't really matter. There's not really much there. The antagonist in Moneyball is traditional baseball. It's a good one. It's a good one. The antagonist in The Sandlot. Hercules, the Beast. Not Art Howe? Ooh. No, he's going to be in the manager one. We'll use him as an actual manager. Here, I'm going to do this. Number 5. Bull Durham. Who's the bad guy in Bull Durham? Should we call it Nuke? Would the antagonist in Field of Dreams be Mark? Yeah, it would be. It's Nuke, yeah. Nuke's the antagonist for sure. He sucks, at least at the beginning. Tim Robbins is great. Nuke versus Rookie of the Year, Jack Bradfield, dude. You're mine, kid. He's great. Jack Bradfield is awesome. Mark is Field of the Dreams. Oh, hey, Mark. And then League of Their Own. Ooh. It says Kit here. Will we say Kit? The sister Kit? It's Kit? Yeah. Okay, Jack. All right. Here we go. Rachel Phelps versus O'Farrell. I believe O'Farrell's the manager, right? Here we go. Rachel versus O'Farrell. Rachel versus O'Farrell. I mean, Rachel's a pretty great. Yeah, she's winning easy. We're just going to do this. Literally, it's 13-0. Rachel wins. Moving on. To the next one. It's not even close. Traditional baseball versus the Beast, guys. You know what? If you're on YouTube, please write it in the comments. Write it in the comments. Traditional baseball versus the Beast. Honestly, guys, 7 of these brackets is too many, so we're probably going to end up doing maybe 5. The thing is, we can only do polls so fast. Polls are slow. Polls are slow. You know what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Danny, this is going very slowly, so here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna make all the decisions up until the championship and the bronze game. Okay, so then we'll do a poll for the end for the last two games. All right, traditional baseball versus the beast. Traditional baseball versus the beast. Let's discuss it a little bit. You guys can go 1 and 2 in the chat, but I'm gonna end up making the final decision. Is that cool? Let's do that. Gotta add those YouTube votes to the poll. Absolutely. So that's what I want. Type 1 or 2 in the chat based on the top one or the bottom one. 1 or 2. Traditional baseball, the beast, go. We got 2 2s. Scoop me one up. Emla. Okay, Eddie. Amazing Bolts. They really don't like traditional baseball. KYR. B Hatch. Danny gives a 1. This one's going to go to the Beast. So the Beast eats the Babe Ruth ball, guys. Who we're talking about here? All right, Nuke versus Jack Bradfield, 1 or 2? Nuke versus Jack Bradfield, 1 or 2? Ooh, we're all tied up. It's neck and neck. Come on, YouTube. I want you here, man. We haven't heard from you. We need you. 1 and 2 in YouTube. Jack Bradfield. And only because Nuke ends up not being the worst character ever. And Jack is the villain the whole time. All right, Mark versus Kit. This one's tough, but I end up liking Kit at the end. I think it's more a human story. I would vote Mark. What do you guys think? 1 or 2? Mark's annoying as hell. Shout out to Tim Bumfield who plays him. I've spoken to him on the phone. And yeah, he sucks. Oh yeah, Mark definitely sucks. Mark definitely sucks. You will be evicted. Yeah. Like, it's the worst thing in the whole freaking world, bro. Yeah, believe in magic one time. You know what I mean? Come on, Mark. Pull your head out of your keister. All right. Rachel Phelps versus the Beast. Rachel Phelps versus the Beast. 1 versus 2. Give me 1 or 2 in the chat, guys. 1 or 2 in the chat. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, that was easy. Sorry, Beast. We love you. Better luck in going for the bronze here, brother man. Jack versus Mark. Jack versus Mark, go ahead. Okay. Looks like Jack's going to win this one pretty easy, too. Always Mark. Jack Bradfield. Fortunately, we're going to go Mark versus the Beast down here. All right, oops. Mark versus the Beast. The Beast is number 1, Mark is 2. Mark versus the Beast. Let's do a poll. Put this one up. Let's get an actual poll on this one. Mark versus the Beast. Ooh, you guys, this one's a little more split. We're going to do an actual one for this. There we go. All right, we're actually voting in Twitch. But it looks like you guys feel very strongly about the Beast winning this one. And Twitch seems to agree. Oh, Mark's making a comeback. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, it's not even close. All right, Mark wins. Mark takes bronze. Ooh, another bronze medal for Field of Dreams. All right, Rachel Phelps versus Jack. Rachel versus Jack. I mean, she's going to win, but here comes the poll. Get lost, Mark. You idiot. Yeah, you dork. Can I get an LOL, Mark? You're such a dork in the chat. How did the beast not play? Oh, did I really put the mark? No, the beast. Hold on. I'm an idiot. What the? Am I reading? How did I just? My brain's tired. I keep flying to New York City. I've been on a plane for 50 hours in the last 4 weeks. You're just a little tired, man. You're not dumb. You're just. Get wrecked, Mark. Idiot. Beast takes third. Congratulations. All right. Number 1 antagonist. It's up. It's in there. Phelps takes the lead, similar to Michael Phelps. Jack Bradfield's pretty good, guys. Pretty good. But Rachel is much better, it seems. Oh, my God. 8-2. Okay, we got it. Okay, we get it. I get it. I understand. Rachel Phelps. She's the worst. So we have Rachel Phelps, Jack. So the 3 are Major League gets the gold. Rookie of the Year gets silver. And the Sandlot gets bronze. So bronze. Rookie of the Year. Silver again. And the Sandlot and gold goes to Major League. Ooh, it's going to get tight. It's going to get tight. All right, moving on. Next up, we have, I'm going to get rid of gameplay footage. We don't care about that. And comic relief. We're going to go coach, manager, quote, and most... No, we'll go comic relief, coach, manager, and best quotes as the last 3. So comic relief. Best comic relief character. Best comic relief character in one of these movies, because this is important. This is a very important part of making a baseball movie. We are going to go Major League. We're going to go backwards now. We'll go 8 versus 4. So, comic relief in that movie. Comic relief in League of Their Own. Doris. Oh, is Doris Rosie O'Donnell? Rosie O'Donnell. And then she is going to stand off against Ham, dude. Ham from Sandlot. That's a tough draw, first round, playa. That is tough. Let's zoom in on this so we can actually see it in the video later. We got Ham. This down over here. All right, and then we're gonna go. We went 8 versus 4, 7 versus 3. So 7, Field of Dreams. The comic relief in Field of Dreams. Is there any comic relief? John. Oh, his dad. It's his dad. I guess that you could count that. I guess. Versus. Ooh, who's the comic relief in Moneyball? Peter. I guess Jonah Hills is the comic relief in Moneyball. I didn't know that. Field of Dreams did not get silver again. Rookie of the Year did. Rookie of the Year. Oh, yeah, actually I meant to do that. What the fuck, dude? Thank you. Man, this is a tough day for me. Okay, duplicate. Let's just do this. Duplicate. We can just change all the names. Okay. And then we're gonna go, what, 6 versus, we went 8-4, 6 versus 2. So it's Rookie of the Year versus Little Big League. Oh, there's a good one in this. Rookie of the Year versus Little Big League. George and Rookie of the Year. He's the clubhouse manager, right? Pitching coach. Oh yeah, the heat up the ice. He's also a writer for the movie. I don't know if you guys knew this. And then the comic relief in Little Big League is Mac. Is it Mac? What's the idiot dude in the bullpen's name? Not Mac. Mac's the manager. We'll come back to that. And then finally we have Major League versus Bull Durham. I mean, I feel like it's Rick Vaughn. Actually, Ricky V, and then Bull Durham, it's Larry. God, what is the dude? Oh, God, I can't remember what other. Yeah, we'll just go with Mac. All right. Doris versus Ham, go. Who you guys think? Doris or Ham? Better comic relief. Doris or Ham? I mean, I'm leaning Ham hard. So basically, whatever the opposite of Danny says. Lot of twos. Looking like Ham. Ham, congratulations. All right, John versus Peter. No one should say one. You never watch these movies? I know. No one should ever say John. John sucks. Suck it, John. Peter, moving on. My guy, Peter, dude. Peter versus Ham. Very excited about that. All right. George versus Mac. So George is the pitching coach. He also is one of the sticky bandits in Home Alone. The redhead guy. You know what I'm talking about? Or like, I don't think he has red hair, but you know what I mean. George versus Mac. And Mac's the pitching coach. And he's fine. George is funny. And George he was in the film, but he didn't want to be in too many scenes, so that's why he made himself get trapped a lot. Marv from the Wet Bandits, yeah. Oh, and then they became I thought they were the Sticky Bandits. That's what he wanted. Oh, wait, they had the argument about that, didn't they? All right, George wins that one easy. George moves on. And then Larry versus Ricky Vaughn. Guys, I will not let you not vote for Ricky Vaughn. I'm not even going to ask you. Ricky Vaughn moves on. Ham versus Peter. Who moves on? What if I wanted to vote Larry? I don't care. Rigged election? Yes, it is. It's rigged as hell. I'm rigging the hell out of it. Ham versus Peter. Oh my God, that's a lot of hams. 1, 1, 1, 1. 10 more seconds, guys. Ham versus Peter. Let's go. Ham versus Peter. This is very scientific. We are doing this the right way. I think Joe Pesci wanted to be the Wet Bandits and his character wanted to be the Sticky Bandits. That's what it was. Yeah. Joe Pesci. Did you guys know that Joe Pesci said, I will not do the movie unless I can't swear? They're like, you can't swear. He's like, what if I just like grumble and like swear under my breath? They're like, that's fine. That's why he talks like that. All right. Ham won that very easily. So that means Peter goes down here to the to the third place. George versus Ricky V. George versus Ricky V. This is tough. George is really good in Rookie of the Year. 1 or 2, guys. George or Ricky V. Hey, let's do a poll for this one. This one should be close. Oh, no, it shouldn't. George is getting voted for big time here. Actually, never mind. 1, 2, 3. That's 6 straight. So 6-1, 7-1. Never mind. Maybe we don't need to do a poll for this one. Wow, George got dunked on, man. Or not George. Ricky V got dunked on. All right, fine. George moves on. Ricky V goes to the third place. That is surprising to me, and I'm a little offended. Ricky V was going to win for me though, so it's okay. Damn. All right. Peter versus Ricky V. Now do the poll. These two, Ricky V versus Peter. Ricky V for Peter. Do the poll. Let's pull it up. Do I have any stories of the Pfister Hotel in Milwaukee? I do, and I'm actually working on a YouTube video for it. A lot of them. I've compiled a whole bunch of stories. I don't have one specifically, though I did sleep with my lights on the first night. I stayed there. I did do that. Taylor Rogers has a good one. All right, here we go. But it's funny. I don't remember the last time that Buttermaker better be in the manager bracket. Yeah, he is. Is he a manager on one of the teams? Then yeah, you're good. Right now, comic relief between Ricky V and Peter. Ricky V's leading. Ricky V's leading 7-4, 2-1. I'll let it run out on the actual broadcast. You're 10 seconds behind me. 8-5. Ricky brings home the bronze. All right, George versus Ham. Ham versus George. This one better be close. Ham from Sandlot or George from Rookie of the Year. Who's going to bring home the gold? The great Hambino. Take the mallow, put it on the chocolate. You want a s'more? S'more what? S'more. S'more what? I haven't had anything yet. Not that, idiot. A s'more. This is a s'more. Shh. One of my favorite shushes in any movie ever is this. Shh. Wake him up. Forever. Ham brings home the championship, brother man Bill. Hambino, what's going on? Why can't I select the goddamn right? There it is. All right, Sandlot brings home the whole gold. So, 6-2. Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year gets another silver. The Sandlot brings home another gold. And in third place, we have Major League with the bronze. All right. BRB lunch? No. You may not leave. All right. This is going to be the last one. Because this takes forever. Do we want to do, which category do we want to do? You want to do coach's manager? I like coach manager. Coaches or manager quotes. We can do them both. Let's just do coaches. Those are both really good. All right. Let's just do it down here. Realism? Yeah, there's some that are pretty outrageous, though. Like, Rookie of the Year's, like, obviously not going to win that. You know what I mean? All right, we're doing managers. We're doing managers. We'll do, we did 8 versus 4. So we'll go 8 versus 6, 7 versus 5, 8 versus 6. So League of Their Own versus Rookie of the Year. League of Their Own it's Jimmy, right? Jimmy from League of Their Own. Jimmy Duggan. That's Tom Hanks, if you were wondering. Or Dugan. Rookie of the Year is Sal. Sal Martinella. And then 7, Field of Dreams. We'll do Shoeless Joe for that one. He's the manager, right? Ray Liotta, Shoeless Joe for Field of Dreams. Bull Durham. Oh, who's the manager of Bull Durham? What's that idiot's name? Joe Riggins. Couple of Joes. Joe Riggins. Okay, and then we're going 6 versus 4, Rookie of the Year versus 8 versus 6, 7 versus 5, 4 versus 2. So the Sandlot versus, so this is gonna be Benny the Jet, Rodriguez versus are we gonna go with Mac? Or should we just go with him as the manager too? From the first one. The antagonist could also be. Oh my god, dude. It takes so long. Was Billy Haywood. We'll go Billy Haywood. Again. And then the last two. 3 versus 5. Moneyball. Art Howe versus Lou Brown. Art Howe versus Lou Brown. That shouldn't be close either, guys. All right, let's go. Jimmy Duggan versus Sal. Jimmy Dugan versus Sal. Hit me with it. Wow. Wow, no one likes Sal, dude? Rosenbagger. Butter Turner. Yeah, don't spam. I don't know. People getting timed out? Oh, I have no idea. I'd say that's pretty clear. Jimmy Duggan. Jimmy Dugan moves on. All right, Shoeless Joe versus Joe Riggins. We got Shoeless Joe Jackson, Field of Dreams versus Joe Riggins from Bull Durham. Which one do we like? I don't really remember much from Joe from Joe Riggins, so I'm gonna go with Shoeless Joe. Hit me with a 1 if you want Joe. Shoeless, I guess, because they're both named Joe. Yeah, I thought Sal Martinella would win that easy. Shoeless looks like he's running away with this. That looks like a shoeless. Which, again, Joe Riggins doesn't have a huge thing, though. All right, Benny versus Billy. Benny versus Billy, 1 versus 2. Just, guys, type 1. Just type Just type whatever number one time, please. Oh. Yeah, this one's tough. Benny. Benny's pushing hard for the lead here. Sorry, Shay. Yeah, it looks like Benny's going in. I'm going to switch this E, though, because that's bothering me. All right, Benny moves on. Art versus Lou. Go ahead. Look at Shay just being contrarian the whole time. Art versus Lou. Let's get it. Yeah, Lou's moving on. That was tough. Lou moves on. That was a tough one. You guys are on top of it. All right, Jimmy Duggan versus Shoeless Joe. Dude, you guys love Jimmy Duggan, huh? I need to stop saying Duggan. It's Dugan, dude. Duggan would be Duggan. All right, that's not really close either. Benny the Jet versus Lou Brown. Go ahead. Justice for Billy. Got a good number of Lou's. It looks like Lou Brown might be the one to take this. Lou Brown takes it. Duplicate. Boom. All right. Now we got Benny versus Shoeless Joe. Benny versus Shoeless Joe. Go. I think I know who's going to win this one, but let's see. Benny versus Shoeless Joe. Throw it up into the old poll, please. We're going to actually do a poll for this. What do you think about the Mariners game? Pretty fun to watch them score 12 runs. Pretty sad to watch them score 12 runs against the Mets. That sucks. All right, we're going. All right, 30 seconds. Vote. We're voting on the actual one. I guess Twitch just gets to choose the ones that win at the end. But polls up. Best manager. Who will it be? Benny is gonna win. All right, got it. We got Benny winning that for sure. Benny takes the bronze. He's up by 10 already. Benny the Jet takes another bronze. That is another bronze for the Sandlot. Sandlot might be the best movie, guys. Jimmy D. Let's throw it into the we got to get you in the booth for Twins vs A's next year to compete in the set. Yeah, I definitely do. Twins A's Sunday Night Baseball. That'd be pretty sick. All right, last one. Let's see who wins. Let's see who wins the gold medal. Who's gonna win the gold? Lou Brown beat Jet? Yeah. Yeah, he did. Lou, everyone loves Lou, bro. Coach manager. Oh, Louis B comes in hot. He's got 9. He's got 10. He could do it. Louis B. Louis B. Can he do it? Ooh, Jimmy's making a little bit of a comeback. Louis B. Lou B. Lou B takes the ship. Lou Brown, my guy. He's my favorite, man. Wouldn't you want to cover yourself up, Mr. Brown? Would you want to cover yourself with a tower, Mr. Brown? There are no more towels. And I'm too old to go dive into the lockers. Crushed it. All right, Lou Brown takes the gold. That's Major League Gold. The Sandlot gets a bronze. And the silver goes to League of Their Own. All right. So right now, our leaders are. So here's the final thing we're going to do here. In first, we have the Sandlot with 3, 4, 7, 8 with 8 points. In second, we have Major League. I should move this over. Hold on. Felt like a crazy person. Did I just have a stroke? I've been having a stroke all day. League with gold, bronze, gold. What's that? 7? 7 points. Okay, we're going to do one final poll. And the winner gets 4 points. The loser gets 1 point. We're going to pick one quote from the top 4, and we're going to do a poll for them. So stay tuned real quickly here, mods. Okay, Rookie of the Year. Wait, 8 points. Yeah, 8 points. So Rookie of the Year is 4. Field of Dreams is 2. League of Their Own is 2. Moneyball is 1 bronze, gets 1. So Field of Dreams, Rookie of the Year. 4 points. And then Field of Dreams, 2 points. All right, here's what we're going to do. The winner of the poll gets 4, 3, 2, 1. We need 4 quotes. All right, you ready for the quotes? Ready for the quotes? The quote from the Sandlot is, "You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls." Put that in the poll. You're killing me, Smalls. Major League. Just a bit outside. So you're killing me, Smalls. Just a bit outside. What's the best one from Rookie of the Year, guys? Float it. Just float it. Are we going to do that one? Oh, funky butt loving. That one's good too. That's a good one. That's a good one. Should we do which one's the icon? I feel like float it is just the iconic. His mom telling him to throw an ephus. It's float it. Okay, well, so we'll go float it for the third one. And then Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. That's easy. So if you need to like abbreviate those or whatever you need. So we're going to do a poll for these. Those 4 options, you can only choose one. If you build it, they will come. Float it. If you build it, they will come. You're killing me, Smalls, and just a bit outside. Run it. Run it. You can do one word if you want. So just like killing me, Smalls, bit outside. The goats, what up? So let's give Danny a second to make it. We're gonna vote on this, and then we're gonna add the points at the end and see who the best video or best movie, baseball movie, according to science is. What up, the goats? Just a bit outside, yeah. A bit outside. You think Cal Raleigh's the top 3 catcher? I do believe Cal Raleigh is the top 3 catcher. He's, at least when it comes to framing and hitting, yeah. All right, guys, go vote. Go vote in the chat. The top vote getter. Gets 4 points. We're going to add all the points up at the end. You're killing me, Smalls pulls ahead. You only have the amount of time left on this poll, which I will put right there. You can see it. This is the poll happening in real time. You're Killing Me Smalls is running away from it. It's getting nuts. It seems to me. It seems to me like we have a winner here, boys and girls. I say that all the time. I say You're Killing Me Smalls. I say Just a Bit Outside constantly. River Ryan's getting Tommy John? God damn it. There's no crying in baseball. Yeah, I mean, had they made it in, There's No Crying in Baseball would have probably won, frankly. But You're Killing Me Small is iconic. I feel like all of these have iconic quotes. All right, You're Killing Me Small definitely is going to take home the W. And if it does take home the W, that means The Sandlot ends with 12 points. In second place, we have Just a Bit Outside, or Build It and They Will Come with 3 points. So this takes Field of Dreams to 5. Rookie of the Year gets 0. And Just a Bit Outside gets 2 points. No, Field of Dreams, Rookie of the Year gets 5. Field of Dreams has 5. And Major League gets 10. Well, and there you have it. The best baseball movie of all time, according to a very specific group of criteria that I chose in a very inexact science of voting. Sandlot wins with 12 points. And it just so happens that Sandlot tends to be probably my most influential baseball movie. My favorite one to watch over and over again, though, is Major League. It's still funny to me. Danny, you've never seen Sandlot? Danny, I think you would like The Sandlot. It's about kids. It's like kids learning baseball. It's a lot of fun. It's very Americana. But yeah, this is just me. Like, honestly, I don't watch Field of Dreams that often. I watch the top 3 a lot more often. But again, I want something more fun. Field of Dreams a little bit more, heart-wrenching. All right. Voting only changed about 5 times? No, it didn't. You can't prove it. There's no recording. All right, boys and ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk more baseball. Questions. What should we get into for the rest of the stream? Let's go check how many nasty pitches there are. I might save nasty pitches for next week so we can do the full month. Oh my God, there's so many. I mean, there's about, a lot of these are spread. There's about 10 in there, or 11. Yeah, we're going to go one more week on nasty pitches. So you want to talk Bailey Ober 100% of the time? Yes, Bailey Ober has been very good. I think my favorite baseball movie is 42. I like 42 a lot. I think that it maybe, so it super upplays some of the interactions and then downplays a lot of the other ones. So like it's very clear who the heroes and who the villains were in that story. And I thought it was a little bit more complex than that at times, but overall, really good movie. It was just very Spielbergian, very Hollywoody. And they could have maybe done a little bit more nuance, but that could have just been a creative choice. So it doesn't really matter. The movie still is great. Is next week back to Monday? Next week definitely is back to Monday. Yes. Next week is Monday. So next week's Monday. The week after that will be Tuesday one more time because we have one more Sunday night baseball game. We are doing it on August 25th. It's going to be the Astros versus Orioles. It's going to be an incredible game. We got Kevin Brown on the call too, which he works full time for the Orioles, so he knows a lot about the team. It's going to be great, a lot of fun. Do you think Arenado and Goldie's struggles are age related? Do I think that Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt's struggles are age related? I do believe that is affecting it a little bit. I think that there are certain rule changes that have happened recently that are harder for older guys to adjust to, like how quickly they have to get inside out of the box. They need more time to reset. So I think that's making guys degrade just slightly faster than they would have otherwise as well. That's just part of the game, but that is factoring in. I don't think there's anything you can do about that, but it is part of it a little bit. There is, God, what the I'm trying to find a quote that I saw from Arenado. He said something like he doesn't like his swing. Here it is. Here's a great quote from it. It's bad. The swing is not good. My swing is not good. I've been working on it, trying to figure this thing out, but my swing is not good. And yeah, he's not hitting the ball hard. He's not pulling the ball. And he's the worst exit volley velocity at 85%, which I think is supposed to say miles per hour. Can the O's hold off the Yankees? I think they can, but losing Grayson Rodriguez is bad, really bad. So yes, to answer your question, yes, I think age has a lot to do with it. Probably more to do with it than for Goldschmidt than Arenado. But they both come on a little bit better. I think that there is an element of how they're being attacked. Pitching changes very quickly. The way that veteran hitters are being approached is changing kind of drastically. And it's like making those adjustments is harder. Pitchers are just adjusting much quicker. And so veteran guys have been doing something one way for a long time. They're having to make pretty major adjustments pretty quickly. And it's harder to do that the older you get. You have to really be open to doing whatever the hell you want. Like being like, oh, this doesn't work, and then just getting rid of it, even when you're 35. You know what I mean? And that's really hard to do when you've had the amount of success that these two gentlemen have had for this long in their careers. Like straight up. Like straight up. What up, Mythical? How we doing? Ober rated. You guys want to check out Bailey Ober? We can check out Bailey Ober. Oh my God, dude. I am struggling today with typing. And I'm not great at typing regardless. But we checked this out recently, Ober, but he has been so good for not throwing very hard and giving up lots of fly balls and barrels. Pretty good. So Bailey Ober, you need to realize, is a ride, funky deception guy. Lots of strikeouts for a guy that throws 91. He's got an under one whip. He's got a 106 for his career. This guy is good, man. He's going to get paid too. But he's got like, I don't know. He's not Jake Odorizzi. Odo, he's better, but like it's a similar kind of like funky kind of thing going on. Let's look at his command. His command's so crazy. So slider's his least commanded pitch. Actually, his curveball is bad. That's a lot of misses arm side. But like changeup, cutter, four seam combination. Look how tightly clustered these things are. Look where this. What the? Hold on. Let me get really zoomed in here. Look at this cluster. That is beautiful. What do you think about Troy Taylor on the Sunday Night Baseball? What about that two seam? Honestly, the two seam's pretty generic. But he throws up. If he threw a really good ride four seam, he'd be even better. But it looks like they got a diamond in the rough on their hands, man. He's going to be a big part of that team moving forward. I got a feeling. Troy was really interesting. Yeah. So this isn't surprising at all that Bailey is doing what he's doing. He's also got 7.2 extension, which is crazy. And he's not walking, guys. So good command. Let me see the ride on the fastball. His fastball doesn't actually ride that much, which is really, really interesting. You know what it is, guys? His extension's so long, and Bailey Ober is also, what is he, 6'9"? Yeah, so Bailey Ober's 6'9". Here's the concept that is working for him without having a crazy high ride number, right? So because his extension is so long, he's 6'9", so he comes set, he's very, very tall. Then when he goes to throw, he drops really low, gets really far out, and throws a fastball. So he goes from really tall to really short, and then he throws up in the zone again. So it's like guys are tracking high, then low, then high again. When you do that, you get more effect on ride. I also did that. I was 6'5", stood up really tall, then I drop really low, and I'd release from like 5'8", and then I'd throw high in the zone, and then I had like, 20 or 18, 19 inches of ride as well. So like the angle goes from he's really tall, it's going to come downhill on me, to oh no, it's flat, oh no, it's actually moving up. Like that's that's how his deception works. Mine worked very similarly, being a tall guy, but also having a low release angle. Not angle, release height. That's different. Angle's here. Height is up and down, like, right? So that's why it's so good. I'd love a Tobias Myers. Tobias Myers. Let's see. Oh, is this Brewer? Damn, 17 starts, 2-8. Pretty dang good. Is not striking out one inning. Concerning. But no, that's a really good rookie year. Holy heck. 26 years old. Is this his first year? No. Yeah, it is. A lot of middle four seam, so got to get away with that. It looks like he's a really high arm angle guy. So this is the interesting thing, right? He's performing well, but peripherally he's pretty middle of the road in a lot of stuff without the walks as well. So like Corey Abbott is also in this range, right? Like they're max, like this is kind of like where their best version of them is. That changeup needs a little bit better command though. But getting the job done. So that's the interesting thing. Like it's always interesting to know, like, how are these guys going to maintain? Now he's got crazy ride, but he also has a really high arm angle, I can tell. With four seam slider, naturally just pretty much the basic stuff. Cutter is getting absolutely shillelagh'd. How much does he throw the cutter? Yeah, his cutter's the second most thrown pitch. He needs to probably not throw it as much, and throw the slider more. Because it's got a 507 slugging. That means, yeah, that's not great. But like, look at this, guys. Slugging's 524. Expected slugging, 498. So they think his fastball is actually overperforming because his whiff rate's not very high. To have a riding fastball like this that only gets swung and missed at 17% of the time, that's interesting. That's interesting. But there's definitely really good stuff here. There's really good stuff here. Really good stuff here. Oh, Morejon? Like we do Morejon. Morejon. Out of the pen? Yeah, he still has that issue with the walks though. His whip is so high still. Like in 22 when he came and he just struggled in the playoffs against us. This guy's nasty, though. Throws hard. 98 mile an hour sinker, 97 mile an hour four seam. Don't see that very often. Very good peripherally. So, like, again, we're talking about a guy with really good raw stuff. Let's go see how he clusters command. Like, see, there's so much sporadic, like, missing. And he misses so much up here. Like, look at this. Look at how much miss he has up in arm side. He misses arm side so much. Oh, the slider command. That's pretty. That's nifty. Look at that. That's pretty nice little tight cluster. All right. Slider, very good in a vacuum. How's the four seam fastball? He had a good riding fastball as well. That's actually like really good. So it just comes down to command at the end of the day. This kid could just command the zone better or throw the four seam more at the top of the zone. Like, he struggles with the top of the zone. It's very clear. He does not hit the top of the zone very well. And if he did, it would be better. That said, sinker slider. Again, sinkers are are thumbs up this year. 2 run value, but they're hitting 310 again, so that's interesting. Low whiff. So we're going away from the strikeout meta, but four seams are getting hit harder and guys are throwing them less, which makes me sad. Okay, you said Brian Wu? Brian Wu. Ooh. Really good fastball. Really good expected ERA. You know what's really crazy, though? He is a ride heater guy. 2% barrel rate? How is that possible? Look, he throws 76% fastballs and has a 2% barrel rate. That doesn't make sense. He only struck out 50 guys in 67 innings this year. That also doesn't make sense. What's the run value on his fastballs? I got to see it. 5 and 7. So, okay. So here we're going. Here's a great example. Nothing here is glaring shows that he should be as good as he is. Like there's nothing moves crazy well. He doesn't throw super hard. His sinker's not like, I mean, it runs a good amount. He's got good horizontal break on it and on his changeup, but like his four seam doesn't ride a whole lot. It kind of runs a little bit too much. He throws 94.6, which is just a little bit above average. He doesn't have crazy extension. I think he's got some deception thing going on that's pretty crazy. Something deception-wise, like a lot of four seams in the middle of the zone. Good enough mix, I guess. Same with Bryce. Now I got to know. Yeah, interesting. He throws a ton of fastballs too. Yeah, slider's not great. Sinker doesn't really sink. It runs a little bit. But Bryce has a really good four-seam ride. And really good depth on his sweeper. Yeah, but none of the breaking balls are good. He doesn't throw a very good breaking ball. But staying sinker split is pretty good, man. You want Hunter Green? Ooh, let's talk about Hunter Green and why Hunter Green's been so much better this year. Also, any other big subjects that are being talked about in sports that you would like my take on right now? It could be any sport, but I would like baseball if possible. Pitching run value. He has been very good, and he is in serious contention for the Cy Young right now. Like he is as close to Sale as anybody. That's freaking. This is really good. Still walks a few too many guys, but it looks like he is maximizing his stuff. His command's gotten a lot better too. His slider command more than anything. He's found this. I think he's found his slider, even though it's not a great slider in a vacuum. Neither is Jake DeGrom's. So if we go look, his slider's like meh. It's just meh. But it's 87. It's hard. And but he's got ride. He's got ride, but it runs. So guys, if you have ride here, like 12 inches of drop here, the higher this number goes in, the worse this works. So you want to create the idea that something's going to move and then it doesn't. If you're creating horizontal, it gives another plane for a hitter to track. So guys who throw, so if you throw like a high ride, but you also have it run a lot, it turns into a flat plane thing and guys can hit that better as opposed to it staying up. If you looked at how effective Ben Joyce is sans his 104 fastball, yes, we did last week and it's not great. Did you know that when softball returns at the Los Angeles Olympics, they will play in OKC? I did not know that. That's crazy. Do you subscribe to Eric Kratz's theory that closer ERA isn't that important? Oh, no, that's not a theory. That's fact. Why is CB Buckner so bad? He's just old and don't really care. He's got the best fastball in the major leagues, guys. This right here, 18 run value, that'll play, dude. That'll play. How does the Mariners coaching staff produce so many studs? First of all, we can't just say it's their coaching staff that produces studs. There's a lot to do with it. It's organizational top to bottom. And that park, and I think you're talking about pitching studs. That park is very good for pitchers. And it's very good for the pitchers. They have optimized their pitching for their environment. Let's just put it that way. All right. Does closer ERA matter that much? No. I would look more at how often are saves being blown. Because at the end of the day, his job is to come into the game with the lead and leave the game with the lead. Full stop. When guys do that, that's them doing their job. So if it's someone who, if you allow guy on first and second every single time, but you always convert, yeah, that's more stressful for the viewer. But he's a good closer. right? Obviously, you want clean innings. You want the game to be over as much as humanly possible. But there's so many closers. There's so much dependent on like situation and when you were put in and whatever that you can't just go based on you can't just go based on saves, right? Because your team has to win games and you have to win by 3 or less runs. So if you have a really good offense, you might not get as many saves. If you have a really bad offense, you might never win any games. You're not getting any saves. So like ERA is very similar for them. So I would say when you're talking about closers, ability to strike guys out is super important. You can't just be a sinker guy because say guys dink a couple hits in. This is the problem Clay Holmes is running into, guys. He can only throw sliders to lefties because the sinker's getting hammered by lefties. Right? It's good against righties, not good against lefties. You got to be able to get lefties out. So you want your closer to be able to basically your closer needs to be a guy who can come in the game base loaded, no outs, and then strike everybody out and get out of the inning. Like Class A leading the league in saves and blown saves last year. Exactly. Class A blew a ton of saves. Like Clay Holmes has blown a ton of saves this year, right? He's been overall pretty good, but he's blown a lot of saves. He's blown 7 or 8 saves. It's too many. So I would for example, I would much rather if I was gonna be a closer on a team, I would say I would rather be 30 for 31 in save opportunities with a 3.5 than 31 for 40 in save opportunities with a 2.9. Now, I think every single person on the planet would say, we'll take the 2.9 guy because he's pitched better more often. That's true, but it's about when you pitch better as a closer, not overall. Should Emmanuel Clase get Cy Young consideration? No, he doesn't strike enough guys out. Nope. He's not dominant enough. He's not dominant enough. Yeah, he's got 36 saves. Yeah, he's got a .65 ERA. But he's struck out less than a guy an inning. Like, you have to be absolutely dominant as a reliever. What other stats do I do for closers? It's whiff rate, it's inherited runners, it's leverage index. But the end result is at the end of the day. In the near future, do you see Logan winning a Cy Young? Are you talking about Logan Gilbert? He's got a chance. If you had a team to pick for today, who'd you pick? The Mariners, so I wouldn't have to travel as much. Hey, here's a fun fact about Emmanuel Clase. Emmanuel Clase has never had a negative run value. Oh, no, it's a lie. He had one on his 4-seam fastball in 2002. Ooh, here's another thing that I wanted to show you guys. Camilo Doval. Camilo Doval got sent down this last week after being the closer on this team for the last 2 years. He's got 22 saves this year. He's got a 4.7 right now, 56 strikeouts and 44. So the stuff is still there, guys. The execution isn't. That's when you get sent to the minor leagues to go work on your execution and get your confidence back. So struggled a little bit as of late. Struggles a little bit as of late. But he's going to be fine. You shouldn't worry about him. You play immaculate grade? I do, yes. But I want you to know one thing. Right here it says his cutter. He has a cutter. A slider, cutter, and sinker. Camilo Doval does not throw a cutter no matter how much he says he does. That is just a poorly spinning, that's just a bad spinning, hyper supinated freaking 4-seam fastball because it's got this much ride, which is average. And then, by the way, this right here, guys, 6.8. 6.8 is run. That means it's going that way. The neutral number here is like 5.2 inches, meaning if it was 5.2, that means it's perfectly straight. If it's anywhere above that, that means it goes to the right. So he says he has a cutter. Basically, what he says is, I have a backup cutter that moves 87% less than a normal cutter. It's not a cutter, man. Your cutter doesn't cut. It's a 4-seam fastball. So if your pitch doesn't actually move that way, it's not a cutter, no matter what you say. So if you guys see cutter up on the board, just know it's a four. It's not a. It's just a bad four seam. Just so you know, like he says it's a cutter, it's not. Why would it fall off after 2 years? Oh, it's not. He's not. Nothing peripherally has fallen off, man. He's just not getting. He's just not executing. That's the difference. That's what would happen. He just isn't making the pitches, and it could be a variety of things. He could, he could be just a couple bad outings away from a really, really great year. But it seems like he's just his walk rate. He has a 14% walk rate, man. He's just walking too many guys, and then giving up the big hit. But if he didn't walk those guys and didn't give up the big hit, then he would have last year's stuff. So it's not as big of a difference as people are gonna assume. Because being sent down seems like the end of the world. But they have the luxury to do it because they have enough. They have enough depth, and also we just talked about closer ERA and what it means. Zach Little, you mean Littell? Do you think the O should stick with him as closer? I think they should continue exactly what they're doing with Kimbrel. Just try to do matchups. Try to match up as best you can. He's not going to be closing every game. Who is the best fastball in baseball? Hunter Green. We just saw it. It's been the best performing. It's got an 18 run value, meaning when he throws his fastball, he is saving himself 18 runs so far, which is great. The best fastballs are the heaviest sinkers, and the best riding fastballs, the highest velocity. So the highest whiff rates. So if you throw a four-seam fastball, you want whiff. If you throw sinkers, you want ground balls or whiff if you can get both. Right? So the people with the most of those things usually have the best version of those things. Andrew Abbott. We already looked at Andrew Abbott a couple weeks ago. It's pretty confusing. He's he's below average in everything and peripherally. And things seem to have he seemed to have come back to earth quite a bit recently. What's the metric for ride? Induced vertical break. Vert, this. Inches of drop. This is the vertical movement, inches. So basically, 15 means how much it's dropping. So the lower number means, so this is, it'll end, if you throw it from here, it'll end up here. And then if it's 3 inches, it's 15 inches of drop. If you have 12 inches of drop, it'll land here. So it'll end up higher. It'll defy gravity longer. So on Baseball Savant, it's vertical movement, inches of ride, the lower the number, the better. Or induced vertical movement is how much it is perceived to have, so the higher number is better. I know, it's interesting. It's hard to, it's complicated, but that's how it works. What are your thoughts on the Rangers' downfall? Not even remotely surprising. Not remotely surprising. I don't know why anyone is surprised by how this has happened. It actually blows my mind that some people are like, oh my God, the Rangers, how are they not winning the division? Well, they signed nobody. They traded for nobody, and they've done nothing. They just kind of held the same team, and they won the World Series last year. They're not worried about it. Doesn't seem like they have a sense of urgency, and so they're just rolling. They're rolling with what they got. And what they got is good enough to win, but they got hit by injuries this year more than they did last year. And that's the difference. But I knew in the offseason, like, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if these guys didn't make the playoffs this year, and I didn't have them making the playoffs, is because I was just like, if they get hit with any injuries at all, if they lose a few people, they're going to really be hurting. And then they are, and they have been. Everyone's on the IL, yeah. And they didn't get anyone new. They didn't add anybody. And why would you? You won the World Series. Like, good luck. You know? Like, why try to win 2 in a row? It's so hard to do. Can the O's hold off the Yankees? Absolutely they can, but I don't know if they're going to have the starting pitching. Trevor, I haven't played baseball for a while. Trevor, I haven't played baseball for a while because I had the yips right now. I'm 14 and going into high school. What do you recommend to get back into baseball? So what should I do? I visit myself as a pitcher. The yips. What about, like, what kind of yips? Like, every time you throw the ball, you're just like, do you just freeze up? Can you even throw a baseball? Like, because the yips imply something is happening in your brain every time you throw the, like a level of anxiety, like you panic. Is that what's happening, or are you just not throwing the ball where you want it? You're afraid of getting hit. Oh, so you're afraid of getting hit by the baseball? The 2019 Red Sox did the same thing. Yeah, all baseball teams do it because it's just too expensive. Well, okay, so one, let me just correct you real quick. You can change the narrative in your head. You don't have the yips. The yips refer to. Have you seen Charles Barkley's golf swing? So when you're trying to go through a smooth action that's supposed to be smooth, and something happens where you can't do it, meaning the yips when you're throwing a baseball, like you not only are you missing your target, you're missing like the whole backstop. That's the you have there's just a fear of getting hit by the baseball. So you don't want to get hit when you're hitting, or you don't want to get hit on a ball hit back at you. Rick Ankiel had the yips, yeah. The yips are commonly known, but it can also for hitters too. Hitters can like get the yips and swing where they start their swing and they like itch. I've seen that before. So, which is good. Like you not having the yips is a good thing. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just saying if you don't think of it as a big problem like that because it's. I think it's you have a better chance of fixing it than someone does with the yips. Yips is a kind of a bigger issue. Ooh, you wouldn't even swing around in the box. Okay, so this sounds like you got to face that fear type situation. Go to a batting cage, hit off a tee, and then hit off a pitching machine set at like a low speed, and just stand there. You don't even have to swing. Just stand there and then show yourself that the ball's not going to hit you, because you have to start there. You have to prove to yourself that you're not going to get hit. What do I think about Bobby Witt? I think Bobby Witt needs to be in serious discussion for the MVP. I understand Aaron Judge's offensive year is one of the most incredible years of all time, but Bobby Witt has done it everywhere. He's 100% on everything. I think Bobby Witt has an outside chance. It's one of those things. It's like a couple years ago when everyone was like, I don't know how we don't give it to Ohtani. You have to give it to Ohtani. And I'm like, yeah, you do have to, even though the other guy was so good. Right. Unfortunately, it's turning into one of those situations, and he's a Yankee, man. Everyone loves the Yankees. Like half the writers that choose these things are Yankees writers. So like, but if they make the playoffs and they, and he's a big reason for that could push him. Do a breakdown of Tariq Skubal. All right, let's do Tariq Skubal, and then I'm gonna get out of here. All right. Quick Tariq Skubal breakdown. Oh my God. Here's Tariq Skubal. So 100th in pitching run value. Tariq right now is my Cy Young for the AL. 2.5, 171 punchies and 143, 90.93 whip. Basically, here's the standards. Here's the standards you know. Sub 1 whip, more strikeouts than innings. Got to be up there in innings. And then a sub 3 ERA. Those are the things I look at first. The wins are nice. All that kind of stuff's nice. Being 13-4 on that team is nice. But here's how he's doing it. 1, you see no outliers on pitches with his 4 heaviest uses. Yeah, the curve gets a little bit erratic. That's why he throws it less than 5% of the time. All of these pitches are pretty tightly clustered and in the edges of the zone. Most of the fastballs are away. Most of the changeups are in the bottom of the zone. Most of the sinkers are up and in. This is to righties. And the slider's not being located very well. It's not. It's not. He could be better with this. This needs to be here. But there are strikes. There are strikes. All right, let's look at the movement. It's funny. He's got nothing really special movement-wise. I thought his fastball rode more than it does. But again, and he's a low extension guy too. It's the only thing he's below average on. So he's getting people out with really, really good control. Lots of strikes with his top 4 pitches. And then throwing 97. And he's left-handed. All of those things are going to produce these type of numbers. He just overpowers people. and he tunnels everything really well. So all of these things are tunneling with the exception of maybe the slider. It's funny, the slider's ending up more often than not higher than the four-seam fastball, which is a little bit weird. But all of these are tunneled off each other, and he's hyper consistent with them. And that's it. That's all it comes down to. He's left-handed, he throws 97, he throws 5 pitches, and he's got good command of the 4 of those 5 pitches. And all of these work in relation to each other, and none of them are great in a vacuum, but they all work in relation to each other. Jacob deGrom is the same way. If you go look at his slider by itself, it doesn't move better than a lot of other sliders. Go look at his fastball by itself. It's not the best fastball on the planet. It's the velo, and it is the quality of the movement and how well the pitches work with each other. That's when you know. So that's why Tarek Skubal, Tarek Skubal. The last thing I'll say is positive run values on all 5 pitches. That'll give you confidence. So you get confidence, you can throw all those pitches in the zone. The command begets more confidence, so on and so forth. But I just can't help but notice the four-seam fastball and the sinker are still the 2 highest value pitches for him, being left-handed and throwing that hard. Cool. That's it. There's Tarek. I call him Tariq. I don't know why. And he's another Seattleite, just so you know. And unfortunately, the Mariners got him again today. So, yikes. Did you ever do Baseball Northwest? I did. I was the 2nd ranked player in Baseball Northwest behind Andrew Kittredge, who is currently in the big leagues. So you know, Andrew Kittredge. Even though in high school, I was better than Andrew. I'll say it. I had a better senior year. Yeah, and then I did play Legion. I played Legion at in my local city. Josh Smith's here. I have seen Josh Smith's here. You're right, but he's always had that discipline. He just missed a lot in zone, and he hasn't missed as much this year. That's the difference. So actually, I think he's a little bit better. I think it could be better, or it could be sustainable. Snell have any chance at Cy Young? Unfortunately, he's not going to get near enough innings, but he is making it tough not to include him, isn't he? Pretty impressive. Did I hit in high school? I did up until my senior year, yeah. But I think the NL Cy Young is Sales to lose. He's also now kind of like, I think he's like 25 or 30 innings ahead of Skeens. And Skeens is also kind of like getting his feet wet a little bit in the big league way. He's like having to kind of scrape out 5+ innings a couple times, and like he hasn't been just super dominant, which is fun to watch, honestly. All right, guys, I tried something new today with the baseball movie thing. That's going to be a YouTube video. That was fun. I know for the last 4 weeks, I don't know, this show's been a little bit light on the content. With the main subjects, I want to go deeper into stuff, but my energy levels have been just decimated by flying to New York over and over again. So I'm sorry. If DeGrom's up to 99 in his bullpens, why isn't he activated yet? I don't know. Probably because his workload's not big enough. They want him to be able to throw 5 innings right away. By the way, Jacob deGrom never doesn't throw 99. He throws 99 every time. They're not going by velo with him. He's never had any issue with that. Even when his elbow was hurt, he could still throw 97, 98. So like they just don't go. You can't judge him by his velo as for health. You can't, because he always throws hard even when he's hurt. So, all right. So next week is Monday. We're gonna go Monday, our normal time, Mayday Monday. We haven't had Mayday Monday in a month, but it's coming back. And then I'm doing one more Sunday night baseball, and then for the rest of the baseball season, we're here. We're going to go through the playoffs. My Kate is pregnant and is going to give birth next month, so I'll be, obviously be like, hey, here's the deal. But like, this is the one thing. I only have a couple things a week that I'm going to maintain. This is going to be one of them. Rates and Barrels is the other one. And I'm going to try to be stay-at-home dad quite a bit, but like just going live on stream when I can a little bit more often. You actually might see me more here with baby, because these are little things I can do for a couple hours here and there, as opposed to like doing a bigger project and working on it for hours and hours off stream, which I've been doing. So next week though, back on Monday. I'm also gonna post. I know what the next I'm gonna post a schedule that's like 10 episodes in a row, so you guys have 10 episodes of runway to know what time the shows will be every single week. I'll know that now that I'm kind of past a lot of my travel. Right? Thanks for mentioning weighted blankets on ESPN. Sounds like a good thing to use. Try out. Get a weighted blanket. Just get one on Amazon. Get one that's like a 10-pounder or a 15-pounder. Trust me. That's the due date. The due date is the 23rd of September. Danny and mine, and also Emily, my assistant's birthday. So, all right, guys. You have a great rest of your day. Go watch some baseball. Drink some water. Stay hydrated. Smile at a stranger. Do something to make the world a better place today, please. And I'll see you next time. Next week on the show on Monday. And go sub to the YouTube, guys. There's going to be a new podcast episode coming out this week. A lot of stuff's happening. I'm going to be doing my own personal content a lot more now, again, now that we're here. And then join the Discord. Go to the Discord. That is where I populate a lot of the stuff we talk about here. The ideas I get are from there. Everyone hang out in the Discord. I'm trying to hang out there more. I hope you guys will come hang out too. And then please tell me that you're a baseball friend by picking your role when you join. And that way you'll see all of the stuff there. All right? You have a great one, and we'll see you next time on the Trevor May Twitch channel. Baseball.